So with World of Warcraft Classic being released this summer, myself, as I'm sure many of you guys, are in quite a nostalgic headspace. So as I'm taking time to reflect on my 13, 14-year-old self playing the game for the first time, I've also thought about what I learned as a 13, 14-year-old and as a young adult, how that would shape me going forward. And with my hundreds of days played in World of Warcraft, I am sure it definitely played a part. So here's 3 things that World of Warcraft taught me. Number 1. Good things come to those who grind. And grind. And grind. I think you can guess where I'm going there. As I'm sure you've already heard, back then World of Warcraft was notorious for its questing grind. Getting max level wasn't expected for at least the first few months of playing. I remember logging on for 4 or 5 hours a night sometimes and only getting maybe like 1 quest done. But the sense of achievement that I got from doing that quest, the potential armor upgrade, and seeing my character progress was all worth it. This is super relatable to something like losing weight, or building muscle at the gym, or even just learning an instrument in real life. And this sense of achievement is just so addictive to us WoW players that we all can't wait to go back to WoW Classic and spend 6 hours just dying to the same mobs again and again in Westfall. But I gotta admit, getting there finally in World of Warcraft is such a glorious thing. I have such brilliant memories of the second I hit level 70. Just running to get my first flower mark because I was so excited, and then I had to pay all that gold that I'd been saving up the entire time. But every second on that griffin was so worth it. I felt like an absolute boss. The irony to it all is that little did I know I was actually just starting a whole new grind of dailies and a new grind for badges just so I could get gear to then improve even more. But that was a whole new adventure for me and a whole new level of gratification when I got to the end game. Number 2. The small things can matter the most. So being a perfectionist is something really good to have on your resume, right? And although I'm not sitting in front of my new potential employer telling them about my rating back in TBC or playing at 2500 in Wrath of the Lich King, making sure I stand on an exact square so I can then counterspell the Warlock's pet just after I've deep freezed the priest and put the rogue in a polymorph, allowing my Shadow Priest to free cast. I really think there's a lesson to be learnt there, and again, it's very relatable to real life. Like an accountant checking his books, a surgeon during an operation, or like my barber when he spends an extra 20 minutes just making sure that my hair is perfect. World of Warcraft helped me appreciate that skill, and it's something that I still use day to day in my job. You may have appreciated perfection in different ways, for example, the way your UI looked. And although my examples aren't perfect, my CC chains definitely were. Number 3. Teamwork. So there's no I in raid. Okay, there is, but you still can't raid current content all on your own. And although you can play solo to an extent, the game forces you whilst leveling to play with others. And teamwork in World of Warcraft is an absolute beautiful thing. There's nothing like being up till 4 AM in the morning wiping on the same boss again and again just so you can get that realm first. And after weeks of wiping and near mental breakdowns, you finally get that kill with your team, and it is the best feeling ever. And when we overcome these things together, we get closer as a team. A guild becomes a community. And you start to learn everyone's strengths and everyone's weaknesses, as you do in real life. You play to their strengths, and then you bring them up where they need help. And you realise the strength of a team. And I think along the lines you really pick up some soft leadership skills as well. Anyway, that was my list of 3 things that World of Warcraft has taught me. Although in all honesty, the game shaped me growing up, and I'm sure it's taught me so much more than just that. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see all you guys another time.